Here I am down at the West Paseo on July 5, 2022. We're now into the 37th week of major construction. Across the way over here, they're starting to pour the steps for the library or museum. Time is now 5:13 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. As we look across here, we can see right in front of me, they've formed up what will be the pedestal for the Winfield Scott statue right in front of the little tree there. So we got that fixed up. You can also see over here on the side, they poured the side ramps, it looks like, for the museum here. So we got that done. Also, we can see over here in front of the venue building, they poured the concrete ramp on this side for that. So that's completed now also. So, starting to get stuff done down here, or more stuff done. Looks like they've planted some more trees down here also on this end. So let me make a sweep around here. First day of shooting here in July, so we're getting July underway. I think July represents the 9th month into the project, if I'm thinking correctly here. Because that leaves us essentially with July, we got 6 months left in the project to get to January. We're pulling out the hose over here so they can feed concrete into the step area, I believe is going to be the goal here. Or actually, they're going to feed concrete into this little concrete ferry. Looks like what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to dump the concrete for some reason. Either they're going to do something farther away, but transfer some concrete into the little ferry there. Alright, let me move on up a little bit higher here. Alright, so here we are looking back over to where they're working on the steps from the upper level here. I think what I may do is pause here and then walk around and see if I can shoot a time lapse of them working on the steps over here. Alright, so let me pause this here. I shot about 30 seconds worth of time lapse there, so I got a little bit of them working on the steps. I assume the steps are poured now. It's difficult to see from here, but they are working on the steps, so I think all the steps must be poured as far as I can tell from here. They also poured a little bit of concrete along the edge of these planters. You can see down here where this one gentleman on this left side is working down, smoothing out a little area that they poured just on the side of the planter there. So let me move back around to my deck area back over here. So as I said earlier, they have put in a couple of more trees here, which I believe are probably more of the southern live oak, I think. And down here below me, in the planter area here, the last time I was down here, they were working on getting these trees planted, these Palo Verde trees, so they have those planted in the flower bed now. Looks like they're maybe doing still some irrigation work or something there. So moving along on that planter. So making progress down through the West Paseo here. I think I'm going to cut this short and then move on around to some of my other areas here in the West Paseo, and then maybe on around to the West Bowl area. Right, here I am in the Old Town Tavern Loft. The time is now 5:45 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just another view of what's going on here. I don't see a whole lot different down on this end currently. Not much change here on this end of the Paseo. Just got it prepped up along this one walkway here closer to me for pouring concrete in the future, I think. But let's see when they do that. They still have a gap there in the forms so they can move equipment around, so they may not pour this for a while, because it gives them access down through here to come and go. Working on stuff down here, so I'm going to stop this and I'm going to move on around. Right, here I am moving on down through the Old Town Tavern to Brown and Main. I have noticed some developments here when I was up here over the weekend. One of the things they got done right at the end of June was they poured and seeded the ballards or the bases for the ballards that'll be here to protect the West Paseo from any kind of traffic encroachment. You can see them here along here. Got these fixed up, so then in the future they'll have some big metal poles that will slide onto these bases, and it'll protect the West Paseo from any people or cars and any vehicles that would try to enter the area unauthorized. Alrighty. Also, another thing going on is they're doing some work down here on the intersection at First Avenue and Brown. They have the street closed off across there, and they're doing some street work down there on that area. Not sure exactly what it is, but road's closed off for now. So I'm going to move on around here a little bit. Get another view of, so in the future when you come into the West Paseo, there'll be some steel barriers across here that will protect the West Paseo from any kind of incursion by unauthorized vehicles. Alrighty, so let me shut this down. I'm going to move on around towards the West Bowl and see what's happening down there. Alrighty. Alright, here I am coming out of the parking structure, headed into the West Bowl by AZ88. See what we got going on down here. Sun is up above the horizon. Time is now 5:51 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. See what we got going over here in the West Bowl. And it hasn't changed a whole lot since I was down here last. I can tell, got in some more piping there possibly, different kinds of pipe. You can still see the support poles around the banyan trees for the future 360-degree stage, which they should be pouring the base for that. I would think sometime in July possibly be the case. But here's what we got going on down in the West Bowl, which is pretty mellow at the moment. I do see activity back over across the way in front of the library over there, which I'll be heading down that way in just a little bit. So I'm going to wrap this up here as I don't really see a whole lot going on. And I'm going to move on down to the east end of the project now. Alrighty. Right, here I am down at City Hall in the Civic Lawn. Time is now 6:10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. They're doing some work down in the lagoon here today. One thing I can see is back over here, you can probably just see a wooden pedestal. That's the form for the artwork Don Quixote that'll be returned to the lagoon in the future. It matches up with the other artwork down here. It's back here on the north side of the lagoon. This is called Lady with Fish, I think. It's one of the two artworks that are in the lagoon here. Also, it looks like maybe they're going to repair these trenches that they fixed in the past. I see some kind of packets of something. I don't know if that's concrete or mortar or what that is, but they are working down here in the lagoon. Stuff going on back over here in the social hub area. And it looks like they're even trimming the palm trees over there maybe. But this is what we got going on down here, City Hall area. I'm just going to shoot a little bit here. There's a guy with a leaf blower back over here that's just making noise. So I'm going to shoot this, sweep around here. And but they are going to do some work in the lagoon here today. And that's what we've got going on back down here at the Civic Lawn. The West Bow is looking a little bit mellow, but it's still early in the morning, so maybe they'll do some more stuff down there. But I'm going to call this quits here and move on around to the East Bowl, I think. Alrighty. Right, here I am down at the East Bowl. Looks like they got guys down here trimming palm trees today. See that they're grinding up some of the palms, leaves, things that they have chopped off the trees there. So not much activity down here in the East Bowl currently. Pretty much what it was the last time I was down here. So I'll just pan around here a little bit. But a little bit of work going on down here on the east end of the project. Like I showed a little bit ago over in the lagoon, they're working on stuff over there. And some stuff down here in the social hub area. But in general, it's pretty mellow down here on the east end right now. But we're just getting off a long holiday weekend. So they may get some more stuff going down here later today and into tomorrow. We'll probably be back down here again on Thursday. Well, it's July 7. See what's happening, but I think I'm going to wrap this up here for today. Call it good, head back home, do my editing, and so that'll be it for today. Time is now 6:18 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so I'm wrapping it up. All right.